Navarro here with Colorado Shooting Sports. I'd like to talk to you today about our AK lightning bolt product. It's a product that we came out with years ago, probably 2005 is when our prototypes were rolling out, and we've been making them ever since. We have federal contracts, we have state contracts, LA contracts, obviously private security guys, and civilian users like you guys have all helped to make this a runaway hit. But I'm going to talk to you guys about the different types of lightning bolts. So let's just start off with the very first production unit. This is the AK that you see in all the videos getting thrown on the ground, covered in dirt. There must be about 2 or 3 dozen magazine articles that have featured pictures of this gun. But this is our original Gen 1 unit, so you'll see that basically the charging handle just flips sides. One of the neat things about the Gen 1 that I've always liked is that it's one of the few guns that you can actually have on safe, chamber around without ever having the gun go off safe. So again, for your AR-15 guys, your gun has to be in the fire position to actually run it. So I like it. I just really like the fact that is just simplistic for me. I just really like that a lot. Obviously the crank top covers are hinged. So when people have us do the retro program where we rebuild their parts into our parts, we basically modify the top covers, open them up, modify the bolt carriers, ceramic coat them. And by the way, the ceramic we use is not Cerakote. It is double the operating pressure of that material. So I think you're going to really like what we use. So again, operation of this little bad boy is extremely easy and fluid. So that is the Generation 1 unit. And this is a 545 crank. So let's take a look at the exact same gun, just in a different caliber. This is its bigger caliber brother. And again, I have a little demo mag all mashed up in there. But this one, as you can see, is running a Generation 2 unit. Now, you can't run this back because the charging handle's there. But what I like about the Gen 2 units is that I can be operating on the right side of a vehicle, and my partner tells me he needs me to cover his area, and I can run over this way and actually still keep my arms behind cover running the lightning bolt. So it allows for some really easy to run ergonomics on this little guy. So Generation 1, Generation 2, people ask which one should I get? It's personal preference, except for one gun. There's one gun that I always recommend, only the Generation 2 unit. And this is a Saiga 12 shotgun that is almost done. And with the Saiga 12s, as a lot of you guys know, it's a very difficult process to get a loaded magazine into the gun. So what I tell people is, when you're running that gun and you go empty, use the lightning lever, the left side charging handle, to run it back. Hook the right side charging handle with your middle finger, dump out the magazine, reinsert the magazine, and then let the charging handle go when it'll load that round for you. So with the Saiga 12s, I always recommend Generation 2 only. And as you can see, this one also features our lightning lever as well. This is a little short, I think it's an 11-inch shotgun. So a lot of people ask that question, Generation 1, Generation 2. Hopefully they answer that question for you. It is an extremely easy part to drop into your gun. Basically, when you get your parts from us in the mail, you're going to take your original bolt carrier and top cover out of the gun, put your bolt into our lightning bolt, and then just reinsert it into the gun, reinsert your spring, reinsert the top cover. And I always recommend, lack of a better way of describing it, over lubricating the parts. And you're not trying to wear the ceramic coating off, you're trying to kind of mash it into the metal. So I really overdo it with the lube, bash out about a magazine or two, clean it, re-lubricate it, and it should be ready to roll at that point. But then again, we've had guys run these just dry, and they have no issues at all. So it just drops right in, very easy to drop in. A lot of people will ask, what kind of guns can we do the lightning bolts on? We can do them on cranks, as you just saw. We have 2 different caliber cranks. Saiga 12, we just showed you one of those. We can do AK-74s, AK-47s, Galils, Valmets. So we call that our retro program. And what I want you to do when you send us your parts is we do not want you to send the bolt that goes in here. We don't want that. You're going to lose it and we're not responsible for it. We want you to send us your top cover and your bolt carrier. They'll be modified, ceramic coated, serialized, and then sent back to you. So it's a very easy process to have that done, especially on rare guns like the Krinks. It's not like these top covers and bolt carriers are laying around. They're very hard to come by. So that retro program is available to those customers. A lot of people will ask when they're going to order one, will your parts drop into my gun? And I'm going to give you a very simple way to see if that's true or not. I'm going to bring this up nice and close. If you notice, this one's actually for an AK-47, and if I take a 9mm bullet and put it in the hole where the bolt carrier should go, it's going to fall right out. But if I take a 45 bullet and drop it in there, it's going to stop, and you know you have an AK-47, so order one for an AK-47. Take a look at this guy. If we take an AK-74 and try the same thing, that 45 round's not going to fit, but the 9mm will fit perfectly. And we're talking about the bullet, not the case, okay? So that's the way you're going to check which one you need. However, here's where it gets really tricky. The Saiga AK-47s have just gummed everything up because it's an AK-47 bolt carrier, but it has an AK-74 hole for the bolt. So by doing this very simple test, if you have a Saiga bolt carrier and the 9mm bullet fits, you are not going to be able to use our drop-in stuff. You're going to have to send your top cover and your bolt carrier to be converted into a lightning bolt. Turnaround time, we try to keep it at about 6 to 8 weeks. We're typically a little bit quicker than that, but sometimes we get big orders. So again, we always try to work with everybody and try and be as fast as we can. We'd like to get these into your hands as quickly as possible. If you'd like to get a hold of us, to order one, you can order one at coloradoshootingsports.com. You can go to Facebook, Colorado Shooting Sports, and check out these products in action. You can also give us a call at the shop at 970-395-0664 or visit us at the shop at 2435 8th Avenue. I think that you will appreciate the combination of the lightning lever and the lightning bolt on your AK. When you combine those two things, it basically takes care of all the ergonomic issues that I've ever had with an AK, and then when you start putting on optics and better sights, it fixes every issue I can think of with an AK. So thank you very much. Have a great day.